It's Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes. That's Don way back there because we're social distancing.
Yes, we are.
How's it going back there, Don?
I'm doing good. I'm more than 6 feet from you right now.
Yeah. Just to be on the safe side, we're going to like triple that, I guess. But yeah, we're up here at a little place called Three Forks Trail, and it's not Three Forks on the AT. We're considerably far from there. We're just doing this trail because there's probably not going to be a lot of people. In fact, until we get over to the other dirt road, which I think is overflow, we probably won't see anybody. So that's the way we want it here in the COVID USA quarantine. So yeah, should be a nice, probably 6-ish, maybe 6.5. Just to get out of the house and get some outdoor exercise, all of which is perfectly permissible.
Yeah, all that working from home.
Yeah, all that working from home. Grateful to have a job, though.
Yes, very much so.
All right. I don't know how long we'll be on double track, but we shall see. So we just passed an all-girls camping group. Kind of surprised to see somebody along this road, but given the fact the road's open, not terribly surprised. It looked like they were hiking, though. Didn't see a vehicle. We're still on double track. We'll see if and when this narrows down. Crossing some double track here, but it doesn't look to go anywhere. In fact, here it's just paralleling the road, so it should dump out eventually on another road. We'll scoot across. Supposedly there's some waterfalls waiting for us on the other side. We're social distancing. Don's standing about 50 yards back. Makes conversations kind of tough. We're still rolling down this double track. There's a little truck or tractor track right there, but for the most part all we've seen are those girls camping. Got a little bit of a view here. Trees are starting to bud out, which is nice. Springtime is coming. So nice. Nice to be out. A little dispersed camping area. Kind of shocked nobody's down here. Some old plastic. Obviously somebody's been here because there's a fire ring, but be a nice little place.
It would be. You gotta remember this.
There you go. Come in here and bush hog that little spot and get it out of the way. But yeah, pull the truck in, put a rooftop tent or a ground tent. There's a little trail going that way. Don't know where it goes, but probably to a poo place would be my guess. Yeah, I may even pile some sticks up for you if you want.
Yeah.
Make a little fire. So we're back at our campsite there, and what we're going to do is make the assumption that that blaze being on the left means we need to go to the left. It's really kind of a bad way to mark it. Need another blaze up here on this tree. But we'll see. We're going to take this trail in a little ways and see if that puts a spot on the route. So down there are all the little pull-offs that we were in a minute ago, thinking that was the way to go. But as it turns out, right out of the back of that camp spot, I think it was marked 75, is a single track, and that's where we're headed. That looks like the track. So a little bit growed over in spots, for the most part pretty good. Told you it was a little growed over. We'll make our way through these. Looks like little laurel bushes trying to get growed up so they can make some flowers. I treated my pants last night, so hopefully I'm relatively innocuous to some tick vectors, but yeah, this trail doesn't seem to have gotten a whole lot of use. I can see some turn up leaves, like somebody's been down here, oh, probably in the last few weeks or so, but for the most part, nothing. I mean, that could just as easily be an animal, because this is definitely overgrown in places. So maybe come down here later in the year with some snippers or something and try to clean it out. It's not I don't think it's a very long track from here to the road, maybe a mile and a half ish. So it's nice to be on single track though. Not that I didn't like the double, but it's just nice to be in the woods. What say you, Don? What say you, Don? Back there, social distancing.
I'm liking this.
Guess it's official. Yeah, so definitely want to gear up with some permethrin when you come out here, because the bushes are trying to take it over. But you'll go through a place like this and then it'll branch out into this regular old beautiful trail. The rhododendrons, some rhododendrons here, some laurels, and then of course some springtime bushes. But you can still make the trail out. You're not going to get lost so far on this. We're more likely to have gotten lost as we did back there when everything forked out. But it's getting enough travel that you can make the trail out at least. That tree there got a short end.
Wow.
So we came from that way, and this opens up a good bit, but you can't see that blaze, of course, on the other side of the tree. But it looks like we're going to come along through here. Trail needs a little bit of work, needs some blazing. But if you keep your eyes peeled, you can find it. The trail does open up a good bit. We're kind of coming off this ridge. We can get a good view of the ridges out beyond. So this is going to have a nice wide hollow or valley. And trails opened up pretty good here. We're under these hemlocks, got some straw to walk on. And this should be a descent, if I'm not mistaken, all the way down. And you can see down there, it drops way on off. So this should take us down to the road. Camera probably won't pick it up, but right down there is the dirt road, which means it should be hooking back through here. So we'll be dumping out on that pretty soon. Then we'll go across the road and see if we can't find a waterfall on the other side. Our first major obstacle, this tree come down here. We'll try to make our way through it. Might get bit by something. Swish away all the bugs that might be hanging on.
I appreciate that.
Get my feet out underneath me there. We wait for Don. There's our road. Yeah, this is definitely a section that people are just not going to come like. Very few, it looks like. The section across the street, we see one vehicle down here. I figured if we were going to see anybody, it would be on that section. That's the section All Trails has most of their tracks for. So we might see somebody down there, but not too worried about keeping our distance. I mean, there's just not enough people out in this area, which is great. That's why I came here. Here at this parked truck, there's a little trail here. We can hear a cascade down there, so there might be a falls or something down there. I don't know. But yeah, we're here at the road. We're gonna make our way across the street. And supposedly there's some waterfalls out this way. We'll see if we can find them. There's our blaze. And there's a marker that I saw a picture of, Three Forks Trail. I made a right pretty job of chiseling that out. Well, it happened. We did pass somebody, fisherman. Probably the guy in that truck. But it's a little hard to get some distance, but we probably stayed at least 3 feet. So hopefully we were good to go. He wasn't coughing or anything. But yeah, this trail is beat out a whole lot more. Going through a nice rhododendron tunnel now, which is nice because it's a little bit warm today. Probably in the 70s. You can see the ridges across there. We're making our way down the trail. This trail's beat out a lot more than the other side that we were on. So that was expected. Still making our way across. It's going to be about 1.25 miles or so. Because I think out and back on this section is 2.5 miles, which would be back to that truck. So yeah, we're shouldn't be too much further down to where the trails all split. I think there's a split that takes you down to the different rivers and cascades and waterfalls. But I've never been here, so we're gonna all find out together. Yeah, so that little ambient roar you may be hearing on the camera is cascades down below us. So we're getting close to the river, the creek. Definitely something big roaring down there, so hopefully we'll find out soon. Make our way through all these rhododendrons here. Doing a little descending. So we came off the hill here and there's a split, and I knew that we were going to be coming to a place where there was a split. And I think both of these will go around to where the cascade is, but we're going to follow the blaze and see. We can always come back and check that one out. But from what I've seen of somebody's tracks on the GPS that they've posted, looks like they all go different ways. Yeah, here's another one here. Three Forks Spur. So yeah, we're not even go 10 feet. So question is what and where. We'll figure this out. So yeah, the trail continues on there, but we're going to do this spur and take a gander at where this is going to go. I don't know if this will be better or that. I think they both go to the same place though. So clearly the other one probably came in there. We just came from up there, working our way down. Water's getting louder and Leon's getting larger. Kind of gives way to a wash, so we got to kind of walk this wash a little bit, watch our feet. Yeah, we're not going to get the best view. We'd have to go down, it looks like, to get it. Creek coming in. We just came down this wash right here, but yeah, this thing is pretty cool. It's got a little tube here. Watch our feet because it's probably going to be slick. Oh wow, this is awesome. All of this starts from this pool shooting down between this fallen tree and then just tearing out. And heading down. To me, the juxtaposition of this little stream, you know, it's just spreading out, doing this little thing, and then goes over this rock and then just joins the mayhem all the way down. That's just amazing to me. And then right over here are the wallowed out pockets that we were looking at a minute ago, and it's interesting. As much as it's roaring, we can sit here and talk. It's really not that loud as you get over there, of course, because it's probably 6 or 8 feet down and then drops another 20 feet. So, and there's this creek back there making its way, so it comes through underneath that fallen tree and then just Just a beautiful place. Great place to have lunch. We came from back that way. We went up and around. We're just taking this alternate. Brings us right back to the trail, as we thought. Now we're going to go back up to the turnoff we just turned on right there. That way. We're going to go straight. Supposedly this will take us down to the river also. Well, there's the other side of the ridge. Somewhere between us and there is the river. We can hear it. Presumably the one we were at, the waterfall, is going to make its way down there. I don't know. I'd have to look at the map to see if there's a merge of some sort, but we can hear the water down there. There's some flowers blooming. It's getting really steep. We got to think about whether we really want to go down having to climb it back out, but we can hear the water. It's going to be a rough climb. We can just see a creek coming from that way, and then this other one's going to come in from the left apparently and converge and presumably head off to the south. But getting down this is just, it's really more of a matter of spending so much energy and having to climb up. We may go a little further, but probably won't go all the way to the floor just because we have to get back. And I'd heard this was pretty steep, but we can save it for another time. But we'll see. See if we can get a better perch view from it, maybe a little bit further. Yeah, we kind of committed ourselves, and this is really steep. Kind of a stupid thing to do, but we can see the confluence here, the creek coming in here and the one across. I think there's one coming down there. It could just be this going around, but I think there is one, just judging by the V of the gap there. But yeah, we're almost at the bottom. Yeah, this is crazy. Crazy steep. Now that we've got down here to the river, it's a nice little camp spot. Somebody's toilet spot back there, but it is what it is. Here we are. Nothing left to do now but climb that big hill. We did figure out from the map that's just a runoff. That's not an actual creek, but further up, two creeks come in, and one is the one that goes up to the waterfalls we were at earlier. So we've got to make our way back up that climb, which is just going to be a mess. So probably won't be a whole lot of filming of that.
Nope. Be holding on to branches.
Yeah. Well, on our way back up, I see we passed ground cedar. We're back to the turnoff to the falls. Little Blair Witch action right there. We gotta go that way and then up that hill. Of course. Yeah, so yeah, that sucked.
Yes. We need to be 20 years younger.
Yeah, at the least. That's a slog. Probably not the wisest thing to do today, given how far back we got to walk yet. Probably 2.5 miles, maybe 3. Mm-hmm. But hey man, suffer for your art. You may get some subscribers out of this, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we want to watch a couple of old guys like, who's betting on who's gonna last?
Yeah, probably lose some. Except for the macabres, they're like, I hear he almost dies in this one. Let's watch it. Yeah, let's see if Uncle Joe goes teat chop. Yeah, we got to get back to the truck yet. And I mistakenly didn't bring 2 waters because I didn't really inventory because I was positive that I had a water in my left pocket. But clearly that was a negative. Yes, we're suffering a little bit after that climb. It's really took a lot of energy. And still in winter shape, more or less, which ain't good. But we'll keep moving. There's the road, so we're getting real close to the start of the short version of this trail. And then we got to make our way up that ridge right there. So we're going to take a break down here. That climb out of the river bottom was just a little much for me. I got a little extra pudge going on. Made that climb out a little hard, and I kind of got a little overdone. But yeah, we'll take a break down here. And we're back at the rock. We're going to take us a little sit down here. Find some place. Just take a minute.
Ooh, man.
I'm getting back to that camp area. The road is right there. It's very important when you're coming this way that you turn off into this camp area, because the trail actually comes out of the back of that. You'll see here as we saw coming in. Keep in mind when you see this sign here, it's actually the trail number, because as you get on the road over there, across the road, it'll be 75T, I think. So you don't want to go that way. You want to come into the camp area. Well, we just passed the camp of all the young ladies. Sadly, we did spy a dude. I feel sorry for him, man. He got to stay out here all night with, looks like, what, about 10, 12 other women.
Easily.
He's the only guy. Lucky, I mean, that poor unfortunate soul.
If that's quarantine.
I know, buddy. I don't need in on that kind of quarantine right there. That sounds like some good quarantine. Oh well. We march on. We're almost done here. Right, we're back here at the truck finally.
We made it.
Woohoo! We are whipped. That steep incline really took it out of us. It's too early in the year for that kind of climbing. But hopefully his car and old Silver are still there. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody broke in and stole my 45 collection.
I swear to God, I should. Oh, find a penny, pick it up.
You found a penny.
Yeah, find a penny.
There you go.
Absolutely, find a penny, pick it up.
Well, that's the Three Forks Trail. COVID quarantine escape.
Yeah.
We really shouldn't have done that descent. And in fact, if you do this trail, you're going to hear about the steep descent going to the river after you make the turn off to go to the waterfall and you come back up to the trail. If you keep going, you go down a really in my opinion, unless you've got a lot of leg under you, it's not really worth going. You get to go down to the river, but the energy spent is probably not really worth that. You know, maybe in the middle of hiking season when you're in better shape than we are today, because this is kind of the beginning for us. It was just too much, and then we just killed too much leg and then had to walk all the way out. But the waterfall was beautiful. We were at the top, and gorgeous. The swirls, and definitely want to come and see it. That is a huge payoff on this trail. So
it is that, and like I said, it was. We passed one person the entire time we were out there on the trail. Other than the
gaggle of girls up there and the one guy camping, we only saw one other person other than on the road. When we got to the road, there were some people passing by. But
so we did our part, social distancing.
Yeah, we couldn't get more distance than that. But hopefully you're staying safe and social distancing. And
absolutely.
If this watching us suffer makes you get through this. Yeah, makes you get through this, and I guess maybe it's worth it. I mean, suffering.
I don't know about an encore, though.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get out of here.
Thanks, guys.